In the realm of Greek mythology, where gods and goddesses ruled over the cosmos, there existed a figure shrouded in mystery and awe, Charon, the guardian of the Black River in hell, the Styx. His duty was to ferry the souls of the dead across the river, transporting them to the underworld, the realm of Hades. Charon was a somber and enigmatic figure, often depicted as an aged man with a long, white beard and piercing eyes that seemed to see into the very depths of one's soul. He stood at the banks of the Styx, his boat waiting to carry the departed to their final resting place. The Styx, a river of darkness and despair, flowed through the underworld, separating the world of the living from the realm of the dead. Its waters were said to be filled with sorrow and lamentation, and its shores were lined with weeping willows and mournful cypress trees. Those who sought to cross the Styx had to pay a toll to Charon, a single coin placed in their mouth by their loved ones before their burial. Without this coin, Charon would refuse to transport them, leaving them to wander the banks of the river for eternity, unable to find peace. Charon's boat was a simple, wooden vessel, weathered and worn from countless journeys across the Styx. It creaked and groaned under the weight of the souls it carried, and its oars seemed to beat a mournful rhythm against the dark waters. As Charon pulled his boat across the river, he listened to the tales of the departed, their joys and sorrows, their hopes and regrets. He bore witness to the full spectrum of human emotion, from the despair of those who had lost everything to the newfound peace of those who had finally found release from their earthly burdens. Among those who crossed the Styx were heroes and villains, kings and paupers, lovers and betrayers. Charon made no distinction between them, treating all souls with the same somber respect. He was a silent observer, a guardian of the threshold between life and death, a symbol of the inevitability of fate. One day, a young man named Orpheus arrived at the banks of the Styx, seeking to cross the river to rescue his beloved Eurydice from the underworld. Orpheus was a renowned musician, and his music had the power to charm even the gods. Orpheus approached Charon and pleaded with him to allow him to cross the river without paying the toll. He sang songs of love and loss, of beauty and sorrow, and his music filled the air with a haunting melody. Charon, moved by Orpheus's music and the depth of his love for Eurydice, agreed to transport him across the Styx. As they sailed across the river, Orpheus continued to play his music, and the waters of the Styx seemed to calm, their darkness momentarily lifted by the beauty of his melodies. When they reached the shores of the underworld, Orpheus's music had softened the hearts of Hades and Persephone, the rulers of the realm of the dead. They agreed to allow Eurydice to return to the world of the living, on one condition: Orpheus could not turn around to look at her until they had both reached the surface of the earth. Orpheus, filled with joy and longing, agreed to the condition and began to lead Eurydice back to the world of the living. As they ascended from the underworld, Orpheus could hear Eurydice's footsteps behind him, and his heart swelled with love and anticipation. But just as they were about to reach the surface, Orpheus, overcome with doubt and longing, turned around to look at Eurydice. In that instant, she vanished, her spirit returning to the underworld forever. Orpheus was devastated by Eurydice's loss, and his music turned to a lament, filled with sorrow and regret. He wandered the earth, his music a constant reminder of his love for Eurydice and the pain of their separation. Charon, the guardian of the Styx, continued his duty, ferrying souls across the river, witnessing countless tales of love, loss, and redemption. He remained a silent observer, a symbol of the inevitability of fate, a reminder that even in the face of death, the human spirit endures.